If you're going to continue to be a bitch, then I'm not going to help you.
Don't trust them, don't give them your money, they're unprofessional and they're stupid. We have seen so many of these like scam events happening recently, right? We had Fyre Festival. That isn't recent, but that was a huge one. We had the Willy Wonka chocolate factory situation that just went horribly wrong and was just the biggest scam ever. Actually, no, that wasn't the biggest scam ever. The biggest scam, even worse than that, was the Bridgerton situation. I have made videos on those last two ones, so check them out, I'll link them down below. These were all kind of events that were planned and put together by, not in a rude way, but like amateurs. People who are like events organizers that just really messed up, right? Listen. However, this really is a situation that people are comparing to the Fyre Festival. Fyre Festival was this festival that was just shit, basically. People were stranded, they had no food. It was terrible. If you don't know anything about it, look it up. You're gonna be like, how could this happen? So we're gonna go through this in detail. There are so many different areas of this. This is a huge scam involving not involving Taylor Swift, she wasn't involved, but her concert, right? I have a lot of notes, so do bear with. So this all started with a TikTok user called Jump4JS, and she made a story time on her TikTok account about the situation. So after she made this video, loads of other people jumped in and said, this happened to me too, this is my experience with this, and it has all ended up in a big live stream for everyone to explain their experience with this huge scam. Let's get into this situation. It is wild. Subscribe if you haven't already. This video is going to be a little bit of a longer one. Let's go.
All right, I have a story time regarding the Holiday House Hotel block in New Orleans, but before I get into it, I want to make my intentions very clear. I'm not one for cancel culture. However, this story has gotten so much news media attention that I want the truth to be told, and I want people to feel comfortable sharing their experiences and just being outward and honest about what their experiences were at this event. I also don't have a TikTok following, so we will see who this reaches, and hopefully it reaches the right people. So basically, this is going to be divided into a couple parts because it's a complex story. So I'm going to talk about pre-event. My friends and I got tickets to go see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour in New Orleans, and we got these tickets during the verified fan pre-sale. And at the time, hotels did not have their availability or cost listed, like what their hotel rates were, because it was so far out from the event. And so I wound up somehow, I think through a group, getting connected with a girl who was coordinating a hotel block at the Holiday Inn in New Orleans, and I joined the group, and I was one of the first probably like 50 people in this group. I've basically been around this group since its conception, and it wound up turning into something so much bigger than it was. Like, I have a screenshot where I was initially on the wait list, and I was 2 on the wait list, and there was only like 10 to 20 other rooms. I don't know the exact number, but it was pretty small. Then it turned into her being able to negotiate contracts with this hotel for a bigger block, and she started planning and coordinating events. These event tickets were not all inexpensive. There were some of these tickets cost $150 per person for like the Sunday breakfast, and the brunch I think was pretty close to that, and same with the lunch. Very expensive, over $100 per person. More and more people heard about this group and started joining in. There was a lot of people on the wait list, all of this stuff. And in this group, people were also curious what other events were going on around New Orleans. And anytime somebody asked about other events or mentioned other like Taylor Swift themed events, the girl hosting this block would get very angry. She would threaten to kick people out of the group. She would threaten to cancel their hotel room. It was a pretty negative experience on my end, reading all of these comments, and she was not kind to several people simply for asking questions. It was really like a woman getting on a live in the video or in the group and just getting angry. That's how it came across. So I ultimately had some circumstances in which I was unable to attend. And so I had a friend of a friend going in my place. and my original group was still going to be going. And so this friend of a friend bought my Taylor Swift ticket at face value and then paid for what my portion of the hotel would have been at face value. I reached out to Rebecca to see if we could get the name on the reservation changed to one of the other group members just so that they could get into the hotel. Not asking for a refund, just a name change. And up until this point, we had been told multiple times and like kind of yelled at that we would lose our block if we contacted the hotel directly. So I sent her a message over the course of 3 days, 3 total messages, each almost 24 hours apart, but I think there was some that was like a little bit before the 24-hour mark. And I did not hear anything back from her. It was 9 days from the event, and so I was a little bit worried. I finally just was like, you know, I'll post in the group. And so I posted in the group, it got admin approval, and there was a really sweet girl named Caitlin who messaged and she was like, hey, I'll get this taken care of you. Just send me the name so I can add it to the admin group. Well, then I heard back from Rebecca and she was not kind. I will post receipts in another video, but she basically was telling me that my emergency is not her emergency. I was a little snarky back and I was like, I appreciate your kindness, empathy, and understanding so much. And she was like, if you're going to continue to be a bitch, then I'm not going to help you. I tried to kiss her butt a little bit and she continued to lose it on me. The last message she sent me was, have a good life. So then I was like, oh, okay, what do I do? And so I called the hotel directly and I explained to them what was going on. And there was a woman named Tamika who was wonderful and she helped assist getting my name reservation changed. Then I saw so many other comments of people just asking very simple questions and she would lose it on them, absolutely lose it. And so all of this was what was happening in the group pre-event. We'll do a part 2 for the actual event.
Okay, so just to very quickly summarize, right? JS and her friends, they all got tickets to see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour in New Orleans, and they all booked it early, right? Pre-sale. However, I don't know if you've ever tried to book like a hotel really, really far in advance. Some hotels just don't give you dates for those dates, if that makes sense. So it's now what month are we in? December? No, November. If I try to book a hotel for next March, the dates might not be available. You know what I mean? Some hotels don't let you pre-book that far in advance. And you just know, something like the Eras Tour, all the hotels are going to be booked up immediately within like a walkable area, right? Or even like a drivable area. All the hotel rooms gone and you're left with the really expensive ones. So she goes onto Facebook to see if she can find like an event page or a group that are going to the same Eras Tour. You know, like when you join a Facebook group for your neighborhood or for, you know, where do people go on holiday? Spain 2021. You know, you join groups on Facebook and join them. They're hilarious. The stuff you see in these groups. So she found this page. So she found this lady who was basically coordinating a whole hotel block for people who were attending the New Orleans Taylor Swift Eras Tour, right? So, great. She couldn't book a hotel. She found this woman who was organising a whole hotel block. It's nice. That's environment. That's environment. That's atmosphere. I hate atmosphere. Basically meaning the lady who has booked this whole hotel block, it means you can get like the rooms a little bit cheaper, right? It's like multi-set. It's like buying a hotel block in Costco. And this whole group consisted of like 50 people. So a small Facebook group, about 20 of them staying in this hotel block that was booked. But as more people started learning about this hotel block situation, more people wanted to join in. So it got more and more popular and it quickly evolved into something much, much bigger. Okay. We are going places in this video, let me tell you. Okay, so let's take a look at this screenshot. You can pause to read it if you want to. I am just going to briefly run through it. So this is a screenshot from the Facebook group that she joined, right? The one that was set up. Eras Convention. Now, this is being described as a convention. This has nothing to do with officially the Eras Tour at all. You can see there's 1.6k people interested. What to expect, right? This is how this convention was being sold. Swifties unite. What started as a group of like-minded fans attending Eras and bonding together to get cheaper rate on hotel rooms has turned into a full-blown festival. Join us for 34 events over 4 days. That's a lot of events over 4 days. At the same time as the Eras Tour makes its way to the Big Easy. Fuck is a Big Easy? I guess it's a place. Oh, New Orleans. Events are open to the public, right? Okay, get this. Events are open to the public, not just to the 1,000 plus Swifties we have staying at our hotel, the Holiday Inn. We are providing safe spaces for you to wait for rides, hang out with others, and walk to the dome together safely. That's a good idea. And enjoy events whether you have tickets to the concert or not. Okay. This event is not affiliated with Taylor Swift or Taylor Nation in any way except we are super fans. And you can see this other screenshot from the Facebook page. They have a group of 1,000 Swifties staying on property and each will have a sign on the door with the people in their room and favorite eras. That's not great. Everyone will receive a Taylor and New Orleans themed gift bag full of goodies. We have a variety of events happening throughout the weekend at our Swiftie Con. Events will run Tuesday through Monday, and you can find all of them linked in the post pinned to feature announcements. Okay, there are trivias, scavenger hunts, a game show, a fashion show, a talent show, a pool party, karaoke party, a dance party, friendship bracelet making, and trading parties for bracelets, and Swiftie's streetcar. And a Swiftie streetcar and swamp tour. Oh, a swamp tour. Events are open to anyone, not just the people staying in the hotel. Remember this. We are currently out of Saturday night rooms, but we have Thursday, Friday night rooms and Sunday only rooms available. The rate is $499.50 on the night Taylor plays and $464.64 on the night she doesn't, inclusive of fees. Okay, so this is being set up as this Taylor Swift convention festival. They're two different things, really, I guess. This is a 4-day long event that doesn't include the Eras tour, but it loads of stuff. Taylor Swift theme is happening. What a great week you could potentially have, right? If you are a Taylor Swift fan. It seems very well from this, organized. Everything seems to be going right. You have a room right there. Great ideas, being able to walk to the place together to see Taylor Swift safely. Now, we are actually going to see what's actually on offer, right? So these are some ads for the events, right? I'm going to flash them up on screen, but we are going to be focusing on a few in particular. The pool party, the trivia, and meals, okay? So these events within this thing, you have to pay separately for each event, right? And there is a discount for people who are hotel booked, the people that are booked in the hotel, versus people who are just turning up for this convention. And to be honest, there are some things here, like the friendship bracelet making, which is quite great. Say you're going to the Eras tour and you want to make loads of friendship bracelets before, it seems like they have everything there for you, right? So again, it's $35 for people who booked in a hotel, $50 for people who haven't booked. That's kind of pricey. Friendship bracelet making party. Make the friendship bracelets with provided supplies and take the moment and taste it with some provided king cake and coffee. King cake is that New Orleans cake. Click picture for tickets and more. Okay. They also have a Swiftie second line event. What's the second line? Is that when you all just stand in a line in a street and dance? We'll second line, New Orleans style, in front of our hotel. Free event, but you can buy beers and umbrellas. And so there's free events there also. Now listen, I'm not a very social person, so some of these events like this seem a little bit too intense for me in terms of being around too many people. This definitely in general isn't something I would attend. I'll go to the concert and then go home or stay in the hotel by myself. I don't want the atmosphere. There was also a VIP package available. VIP Miss Americana includes VIP treatment at all our Eras convention events, a Miss Americana Tiana and sash, and more. $1,000 for the people staying in the hotel, $1,250 for non-block guests. Let me tell you something, person who made these adverts. This font, no. When you're trying to read an advert, you want to read it like this. Fuck is this? Okay, so let's take a look at this pool party, right? You need to calm down pool party. $50 for hotel people, $75 for people just turning up. You're being too loud, but it's cool. Come and hang out with us at the hotel pool with delicious Nola foods. So there's food and it's a pool party. Great. Don't swim right after eating. That's what they say. Okay, trivia night. Taylor's version, advanced, right? This is advanced Taylor Swift. It'll be like, what big toe is longer, her left foot or her right foot? Like, that's advanced, right? Advanced late night trivia for raunchier crowd with explicit lyrics, I guess, and awesome prizes. Click picture for tickets. Does Taylor have explicit lyrics? Then there's also breakfast at midnight, which is for the Friday show. The price includes the meal, coffee, juice, activities, as well as taxes. and gratuity for our stuff. All right, each guest will also receive a party favor upon check-in. That's a little bit cheaper, $45 for hotel block members and $55 for people without. So that's the kind of idea of what's going on in this festival. I do find it surprising that you have to pay for every individual thing. I thought maybe charging for like the whole thing would be a good idea. I do think it's overpriced in my head already. So we've seen from some of those ads, right, there's extras, right? The organizer has set up goodie bag, right? So these were given out to people as guests had to pay a $25 deposit for each room, and Rebecca, the organizer, wanted guests to have something physical, which is a nice idea. There's also these bead packages and umbrella packages, right, for the second line event. For a small umbrella, which you can probably find in New Orleans gift shops everywhere, and for some beads, like the Mardi Gras beads, $75 for some beads and an umbrella for hotel guests, and $100 for non-hotel guests. Extortionate. That's, come on. And then we also saw that there was some kind of special guest involved with not much information giving away anything, giving away the surprise. Okay, so we have all of this. You're paying for the hotel, which was about $500 per night for some people, which wasn't bad considering some hotels nearby in the area were charging like $1,000 per night. They hiked up their prices when they knew Taylor Swift was coming into town. And there is some word as well that some guests paid about $4,000 for a suite for one night. Hello, my angel baby, I love you. To me, the whole thing's very expensive, way too expensive in my opinion. And there were complaints about the prices, right? People were like, this is extortionate. Going to a Taylor Swift concert already is very, very pricey, let alone having all this. People literally could have just stayed in a hotel and gone to the concert and that's it. But they want to be part of this event. Despite the complaints about prices, all the events went ahead as normal. Okay, so now we've kind of got in our minds what's going on. Let's catch back up with JS for the second part of the story.
All right, and here are my personal receipts with her and a little bit of a backstory regarding photography. So I sent 3 messages over the course of 3 days, all pretty close to 24 hours. I think the one on the very top and the Sunday one were a little less than 24 hours, but 3 posts, and then she did not respond to me, so I made a post in the group. Alright, so after I sent those and posted in the group, and I think my friend tagged her, I got this message saying, your emergency is not my emergency, I'm working on booking regular whips. Which confused me. I don't really know what that means. Who knows? Then I responded snarkily, I will admit to that. I really appreciate your compassion, empathy, and understanding so much. So then she said, you really don't want to go there, I promise. I'll do my best to help you, yada da 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 da. If you continue to be a bitch, I'm just going to say tough luck because I don't have to do anything. It says in the documents from the very beginning day, no transfers. I did try to go back and find where it said no transfers and I couldn't find that, and I also didn't sign a contract. So I essentially tried to kiss butt a little bit up here and said that I didn't know that it was non-transferable. She then was like, it's literally on every document, but I can't do anything with you and everyone in your crew commenting, tagging me, writing posts in the group publicly, and messaging me every 10 minutes. As I showed you previously, it was 3 messages and it was days apart, and it was only one girl in my group. I said it was just one person. She said this, I don't have any obligation to help you, even though she's the one hosting the event, and you're harassing me, in all caps, when I'm trying to finish our room deadlines are today. So I have 200,000 other messages from people who are asking me to change the rules from them. No, it's not. Deborah messaged me, you both messaged me, and then you wrote a fucking post in my group for everyone to read and comment on. So now I'm answering all those questions for other people who want to do it. Mind you, at this point, nobody commented on it at that point, really. And she said, do not message me again or my answer is going to be good luck. Have a nice life. I never heard back from her, and so I had to contact the hotel myself, and thankfully they were very kind. But this was something that I've never dealt with in a hotel block before, where we were literally told that we could not contact the hotel. It was basically don't contact the hotel or else you'll lose, or else. So before all of this transpired, I had not really had much one-to-one interaction with her, with the exception of asking if I could advertise doing mini shoots while I was there at the Eras tour and promote it to people at the Holiday House. And I was told that she already had a professional photographer and they made her sign a non-compete agreement.
Okay, I'm further back because my dog is now sitting on my lap. Bearing in mind all the stuff we saw that they are paying for and being a part of, all she wanted to do was change the name on the hotel room because she couldn't go, something horrible happened, right? Bear in mind, the person putting on this event has to provide customer service, right? Because people are giving them money to provide them a service, an event. If I contacted an event and was like, I need you to change a name on a hotel booking, something very simple, very easy to do. And they replied back saying, you don't want to go there with me, trust me. Which, by the way, if anyone who made those adverts like this was like, don't go there with me, I'd be like, why have you seen your abilities in this? I know the two don't link, but I just, they're terrible. You bitch, don't be a bitch. I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? I would post that everywhere. I'd be like, this event coordinator's called me a bitch, don't trust them, don't give them your money, they're unprofessional and they're stupid. It also red flag that they're not allowed to contact the hotel. Why? Are the prices slightly off? Are they being scammed ever so slightly? What's the deal? Why would you not be able to contact a hotel when it's as easy as, hello, can we change the name? Yes, great, bye. What's the issue? You know what I mean? However, our JS here, she wasn't the only one receiving bad attitude from the event's organizer, right? So Rebecca, the event's organizer, just kept being rude to everyone. Why would you do that? Why would you charge people loads of money and just be rude to everyone all the time? But she was just being rude to anyone who asked her anything at all, and people could hardly even get in touch with her. And when they could, she was being a dick. You know, they were afraid, and they didn't want to say anything back because she keeps threatening them. And people were afraid of losing their rooms that they have spent thousands on. And because everyone was having the same issues as JS here, guests started to try and resolve things themselves.
Guys, I know we all have bad days. I know we all have attitudes sometimes, and that's not warranted. But just in case you guys think that it's just a fluke, maybe one or two times she kind of lost her shit on people, here's yet another example that was just posted in our group of her being a complete jerk to somebody back in March.
Okay, I'm just going to pause this here and read this to you for people who aren't watching. So I'm assuming somebody lost their job, they kind of want the money back. This is how it's being dealt with. I could help you sell your room and that money could help you and you could find something cheaper. I'm not refunding rooms unless people trade over or let me buy their tickets for face or just over. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't really want to get rid of a room yet because I do still plan on going. If it comes down to it, I'm willing to go stand by the stadium and try to score last minute tickets if that's what I have to do. Lol. First of all, you need to stop coming at me like that if you want any kind of resolution. Second of all, I never said it wasn't on the table. What I said the entire time, I don't want you guys to have to wait for me to place the people that did the right thing before I get you guys special requests and haven't done that yet. Girl, I in no way intended to come across like I'm coming for you. I'm just trying to figure this all out. I have 28 rooms left to place with people who actually filled out the waiting list and have been waiting for months. And once I do that, I will circle back to the people who are asking for special favors. But again, the people who are asking for special favors are being really impatient and kind of rude, honestly. So yeah, at any point, I don't have to do anything for anyone.
And also, let me just say, these people were terrified to lose their rooms. Okay. So people were being overly nice. They were not trying to ruffle any feathers. Everybody was being so kind. Everything that I've seen, people are being so kind, just asking a genuine question and literally getting their heads bitten off. And there was a fear that they were going to lose their rooms. Now, these rooms had been booked for months and months and months. The availability was slim to none now. So people were terrified that they weren't going to have a room if they stood up to her, if they said something that she didn't like.
Rebecca, directly speaking to you, if you do not have the patience, the basic human empathy, the basic ability to interact with humans on a normal level who have spent loads of money, don't do shit, right? People are bugging you because they are spending loads of money and their requests are urgent. They need to change a date, they need to cancel something. And that's why they bug you, that's why they're keeping on at you, because it's an urgent request, right? If you don't know how to organize events or deal with people, don't do it. Rebecca, and did you also notice in that video, if you wanted to cancel your room, the deal was you give Rebecca your Eras tour tickets? The tickets you spent hundreds, thousands on because you want to cancel your room? What? I'm not sure why that is a thing. I don't know why that's a thing. Maybe to get back the price of a room, but you know, more so, was she going to sell the tickets? I'm so confused as to why that would be a thing. But listen, something to note is Rebecca did not have any tickets to the Eras tour. It was sold out before she put on this event. However, she still managed to attend every single night of the tour. Okay, so we have another video here from JS. It posted in the Facebook group, right? This just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Hey holiday houses, remember that the 30th of March is your deadline to pay your remaining room balance or your room gets returned to the hotel stock and there's nothing I can do to stop that. Also, if for some reason you can no longer attend and want to sell your concert ticket back to the block, I will refund your room as long as we can keep the room and the concert tickets within the block. I've done this for free people so far already, so it's an alternative for you. I'm not refunding rooms that don't provide Eras concert tickets back. I am so confused. I'm so confused. I don't know why that would be a thing. So people that want to refund their room can't make it, aren't getting a refund unless they also hand over their ticket to the Eras tour. So instead of selling their ticket to someone else to get the money back for that, they're going to sell them to get the price back off the room. So either way, they are losing money. That doesn't make sense to me. This just isn't a professional event by any means at all, right? Something also that is completely, I'm sure is pretty much illegal, is a document containing every single person's name who was staying in that hotel block and their information was posted to the group for everyone and anyone to see. Safety concerns out the door. I would be pissed if somebody posted what room I was staying in and the dates. I would be really annoyed, especially if there are thousands of people in this group.
Apparently there were over 1,000 people who are part of our 190 room block, which less than 20% of them were participating in the events she had planned. It started to seem that she bit off more than she could chew. In one comment, she said, and I quote, "If you want to talk about being bummed, how about the fact that I played travel agent to 1,300 people and I can't even get some of them to chip in $1?" So about a week or so before the Eras tour made its way to New Orleans, she shared that she was coming out of pocket $20,000 and asked people to send donations and as support. But correct me if I'm wrong, $20,000 seems a lot more money for just some last minute touches, but that could just be me. Here's another example of a post that was shared less than 2 weeks out. If you called her rude, you would be blocked. Your room and convention tickets would be refunded, and you can pause to read the full post, but there was a comment that hit the nail on the head. People were just anxious about their upcoming travel and had questions. And as an outsider looking in, the Facebook group was chaotic. Instead of it just being informative about the convention, there were being posts approved by the moderators about anything and everything Eras tour related, from ticket sales to outfits.
In that video, it's been explained that Rebecca is claiming she is now $20,000 out of pocket. Now listen, when you're putting together an event like this, sure. Now, you want everyone to pay for the rooms, all this kind of stuff. Everyone has to pay a deposit by a certain time. And all these events she's putting together, I could see how she could potentially be $20,000 out of pocket. I don't know who has $20,000 laying around to be out of pocket, you know? However, something just from the responses and stuff like that, I personally don't think she was being truthful. She was asking for donations. I'm going to be honest. A lot of this seems to me like cash grabbing everything. Looking at the prices of the events, the tickets for the individual events, it seems like she is trying to swindle some money wherever she can. Well, if she wasn't using the Facebook group just to be really mean to people and asking for donations, she was using it for this.
She had this petition, signed the petition to get me the 22 hat. And she said multiple times that she wanted the 22 hat. She put it out there all the time for people to go on and sign the petition. She told her admins and her moderators, send this out, get people to sign the petition, get people to promote this because I want to get the 22 hat. She even said, in interviews that she wants Taylor to see her. She would love to meet Taylor. So this was a whole, not money grab, it was a money grab, but just a whole promotion thing to try and get her known, right, to get this hat. Now, my issue with it is right here. This whole message right here. And where she put, I'm sorry, everybody's kid is cute. Everybody's kid has problems. Every family has illness. Like, fuck. What's really, really, really shitty is the woman she was referring to was this.
Just going to read this message here for you if you aren't visually watching. This is what she said about my daughter, referring to Rebecca. I asked for the group support for her 22 hat request on a differing day of Rebecca's. She told me no, and that essentially we weren't popular enough and didn't do enough work to be considered. Then went and trash talked myself and my 12-year-old. I signed her petition. She's an adult who planned events, while my daughter has battled a brain tumor since she was just 4.
The fact that she is talking about a child in that interaction, just all my sympathy, any empathy, anything I had for her to feel sorry for her, out the window. I do not feel sorry for her anymore. She made this bad. Now she gets to lay in it. My heart hurts for that poor mother who had to read that about her and her daughter because she wasn't active enough in the group. She didn't promote enough things. She didn't buy enough things. She didn't do enough. It's a child. And the way that she is talking about that child, she's a vile person. It is disgusting to see the way that she has talked about not just one person, multiple people throughout this whole thing.
So just to add some context there, in Taylor Swift's concerts, she gives her hat, the 22 hat, to, not to be morbid, usually a very sick child, possibly about to pass away, a very sick child, right? So Rebecca made a petition for her to get the hat. This adult to receive this hat instead of an actual sick child with a brain tumor. And Rebecca was like, everyone's fucking sick. Rebecca. We should also mention that Rebecca is a super fan here, right? She's doing all this stuff. She says she wanted to meet Taylor Swift before. I feel like this isn't the way, the 22 hat situation. And she's actually planned loads of Taylor Swift events in the past. This, however, is a little bit too far. Trying to meet Taylor Swift instead of a sick, dying child fan because, fuck, everyone's sick. Everyone works hard. Come on. Okay, let's reconvene. Let's just cover everything that's happened so far. Terrible communication with her customers, because they are customers at this point. People being scared they're going to lose money if they slightly upset her because she goes off like a fucking moron. She's trying to take people's tickets. She's trying to get this 22 hat. On the side as well, vendors are being upset. Volunteers are being treated really badly. The guests are being mistreated if they ask a simple question, simple request, right? It's not looking good. Nobody has faith in this event. No one was getting money back. Event organizers didn't even know what was going on. We've seen all these promised events that were going to happen. So let's take a look now at this actual, what was it called? What was she calling it? Festival. So before even getting to the events themselves, guests were meant to receive this goodie bag, right? They were worth $25 each. Well, they cost $25 each. Okay, so let's take a look at these goodie bags, right? $25. Some cheap feather mask from, I don't know, somewhere shit. Some cheap feather mask, some bracelets here, a Mardi Gras bead, some eras tour. It looks custom made. I don't know what they are, like pins or magnets, and then cold booze, vanilla oat. I guess it's a cold brew with alcohol in. This is it. This is $25. Yeah. Now, bear in mind, everyone got this bag, including children, got that cold booze in their bag. So there wasn't separate ones for kids. It was just the same for everyone. And there were quite a few angry parents because of this, which I understand. Your kid could crack that can open and start chugging away. It was alleged that everything in that bag was from Temu. Which doesn't surprise me, apart from the drink. And also, same with most of the decorations that were in some of these events. One of the events we were talking about was the pool party, right?
Okay, and here's another thing. She advertised this hotel pool party. Read the description of it really quick. And this is what one partygoer described it as.
The pool party had a couple of appetizers, waited in line 20 minutes at the bar that only had 3 people ahead of us and 2 bartenders, and gave up and left. No music, no towels, no place to change, disappointed.
And here's another description of it, and just remember that this was $75 per person.
I was on board with supporting Rebecca until she was rude to me as we arrived for the pool party. I wanted to exchange a bracelet, but she was talking to her friends, not even event conversation, gave me a pressed lip smile and walked away like we were an inconvenience. We didn't exchange bracelets, paid a lot of money for the event. We didn't know where to go. There was no DJ. There were some past appetizers, but we were waiting at the bar for 20 minutes for 2 bartenders to serve 3 people ahead of me. We gave up and left. 1 balloon arch, no decorations, no towels, only a small speaker playing music, and I'm told that came from a guest, not a DJ. No DJ, no party, and no place for non-hotel block guests to change into swimsuits. Not what was promised at all. Are a portion of the proceeds still going to charity? I hope so. The tiny parts of this event weren't even thought through. Where are people going to change? A DJ, it's a pool party. Sitting by the pool isn't, anyone can walk up to, any hotel guest can walk up to a pool and sit around. You know, a balloon arch. Get some cardboard cutouts of Taylor Swift. Play her music. Photo booth. This kind of... You know what I mean? Thingies in the pool. As I said, the hotel pool was free for guests to use, so there was absolutely no reason for the $75 charge. It was just like me saying, hey, come to the pool at my hotel. Pay me $75. For no reason. And for that price, you would expect something, you know, a DJ, some appetizers, food being passed around, little nibbles. And there were also no staff present for the majority of this event. So no one to ask questions to, nothing like that. Okay, let's watch a clip from a live stream that took place from somebody who was actually at this event.
Wow. And that's the only event that you attended?
That was the only one I attended on Friday. The other one I attended was the pool party on Sunday, and that is the one that basically broke the camel's back for everyone.
The pool party sounded like it was nothing at all like it was supposed to. There was no music, there were no decorations. Like I heard moms had to bring in portable speakers to be able to even listen to Taylor Swift music at the pool. Is that what it looked like?
Yes, like I was the first person who arrived for the pool party. I got there at about 11:30 up to the 8-4 where the pool was. I was expecting like, oh, there would be some people there like doing last minute preparations. No one was there. No volunteer. No one got up there until about 12 on the dot when the party started.
Wow. So Amanda's saying in the comments Rebecca. Rebecca was saying there was a balloon arch out there. Was there? Do you remember?
There was, and that is the only decoration that was out there. The whole pool area was barren. It looked just like any normal hotel pool.
Wow. And so how much did you pay for the pool party?
It was $50 if you stayed at the hotel block and $75 if you didn't.
So
including tax.
I don't know if y'all realize, for the people that stayed at the hotel, she was charging people who stayed at the hotel an entry fee to go to the pool at the hotel. So the Holiday Inn had nothing to do with any of the events that she planned. She just basically rented out the rooms and stuff. But you're not allowed to rent out the pool at the Holiday Inn because all of the guests are allowed to go to the pool. So the fact that she still charge people to go to the pool at the own hotel that they were staying at is just mind-blowing to me.
Hold on, Stephanie is asking, and you had to go inside to go to the bar, right? Yes, I did. There was no private bar outside. That's what we assumed based on the flyer here and like the event description. It basically looked like they were not prepared for this thing at all. I've told a bunch of other people, like, they were blowing up pool floats at like 1 o'clock, even though the event started at noon.
Wow. Someone said that all of the pool party attendees were supposed to get refunds. Did you get one?
I filled out the Google form that she did send now a couple of days ago last night. Apparently, she just posted something saying, hey, everyone who filled out a Google form as of like this afternoon, you should have gotten a refund. I have checked my email. I have not gotten a refund.
Okay.
And that's something I don't understand. How are you charging people who have already paid for this hotel to use the pool that they're entitled to? When it's not blocked off, there's not like, I understand if you got like a personal bar, a DJ, you were paying for the entertainment and the food, but there was nothing. It was also mentioned that Rebecca, the organizer, wasn't at most of the events. Allegedly, it's because she was having her hair and makeup professionally done because a documentary crew were going to turn up, right? Let's listen to more from that live. This is the live stream of the people who attended the event.
I'm interested, Casey, I'm gonna let you go next. I'm interested if there's anyone that experienced the second line. If you want to request to come on, I've got some stuff that I want to talk about in regards to the second line. But Casey, do you want to talk about your experience?
Yeah, sure. I just have a second, but I was there with Alicia. She's in the comments. We went to trivia. We went to one of the brunches, and we went to the pool party, and it was just so underwhelming.
How much did all of that cost you? So trivia, you said a lunch?
A brunch after, yeah.
A brunch and the pool party. How much did that cost y'all? Were y'all staying at the hotel or no?
We were staying at the hotel, and Alicia... $500. She just commented she had paid for both of us for those events. So that was total. I know the brunch was specifically expensive, and I think she said in the comments like the only thing we got was like omelets, like they would serve at a hotel. You know,
Right.
like a guy just standing there like making them on a little hot plate. And like they were fine, but it was $150 for the event. And then there wasn't really any other like great food there. We're from Minnesota, so like we're not, there was no fruit or anything else that we would have eaten.
Wow.
So it was just like disappointing. There wasn't like, there was like a little like a little like marching band who came in for like 3 minutes and then left. And then I don't know if that was like the surprise for us or what. I'm not really sure. But other than that, there wasn't like much as far as like music playing or fun really.
And was there supposed to be like something that happened during that as well? Because
I feel like there was. I can't remember the exact flyer. I feel like there was something, but I can't remember what was promised.
Okay. All right. And I'm wondering, what kind of band was it? It was a brass band or what was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that was before the second line happened, because you said it was brunch, right? Well, no, I think the second line would have been later.
Yeah, the second lines were around like 3, I think, 2 or 3.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, and then trivia was like all out impossible. We went to the advanced one, which was our mistake, but like there just like wasn't very much like interaction or like fun happening. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. But
was she present at any of the things that you went to, and did she text?
She was present at trivia. I think I saw her for a moment at brunch. And then the pool party, I saw she was all ready for the show, standing like right outside of she was standing right outside of like the door that you come in. But she was like all dressed for like clearly going to the show.
And what were the prizes at trivia?
Nothing advertised. I don't know. We wound up leaving because it was so boring. So we left
I
after
heard that she gave away some
round.
concert tickets. Is that right? That she gave away? Did y'all hear that?
That's what they say. And then there's just rumors. I don't know who they went to. I was not at anything that they were given at, but like several of them went to other like volunteers and moderators of the events.
Okay.
That's the rumor. I don't know for sure, but people are saying that was like it wound up going to like the moderators and volunteers for the group.
There were other meals as well. Remember there was that brunch, the really expensive brunch?
But when we came back Friday night after the show for breakfast at midnight, I mean, we were told, it was going to be like a breakfast and it was going to be really well decorated and blah, blah, blah. But when we got over there, we didn't know where to go. We had no idea where breakfast at midnight was supposed to be happening. We didn't know if it was supposed to be happening back on the 8th floor. I mean, we weren't staying at the hotel, so we didn't have like a map of the hotel to know where all the banquet halls and stuff like that were. So we just kind of sat in the restaurant cafe area until I finally started seeing people like lining up somewhere. And I saw Rebecca finally for the first time. She was actually checking tickets for breakfast at midnight. So we went over there, and when we got our tickets checked, we were like, okay, so where do we go? And she was like, oh, it's that room over there. And we're like, okay, we don't know where we're going. But we eventually found the room, which was just like a little room in the back that she had decorated with like Party City, not even Party City, more like Dollar Tree, Temu decorations, like the tablecloths were all those plastic tablecloths that you use for like kids' parties. The decorations were weird. I mean, it wasn't bad. Like the room, like the table toppers, I guess, those were kind of cute. They were themed. But the thing was, the room was like a staging room. So they had all the goodie bags that people were supposed to get just kind of all over the floor. They had random decorations they were putting together. They had just stuff everywhere. And there was no direction. Again, there's no organization. So it was just like we were all kind of standing there like, okay, I guess we form a line. What do we do? Where do we go? And the breakfast was continental breakfast, like just what you would pay, whatever, or be free continental breakfast, because that's what we had at our hotel that we stayed at. Right. And it's funny because the very next morning at our hotel, we had the exact same breakfast for free that we paid $55 for the night before.
Wow.
And then when we ate, like we just kind of sat down, awkwardly ate because it was super weird. Again, there's just, you kind of expect there kind of be some kind of organization or something, but there was nothing happening. So we just kind of sat down, ate our food. And then after about 15 or 20 minutes, we were like, okay, I mean, do we just stay here? What are we like? What are we doing? So we went back up to the front and asked Rebecca. I was like, hey, are we missing anything? I know you said there was supposed to be like a party favor and like a surprise or something. And when we bought the tickets, that's what it had listed. And she was like, oh, you mean when Taylor Swift shows up? And I was like, no, I mean, yeah, I didn't know what to say to it because it was so condescending.
One thing I find in common with these event organizers, right, is they have no taste when it comes to decor or how to... That's why you hire somebody to decorate for you. This Rebecca sounds like a moron. Sorry. So just to clarify there, the food they were given was the same food that was offered free from the hotel being guests there. There are still people coming out with the way this whole situation went. People were definitely scammed out of money here. No staff, bad food, no music, Temu decorations, thousands of dollars that people had paid that people didn't know where that money had gone. I think we all know where that money has gone. People were angry, people wanted answers, people tried to get Rebecca at these events and couldn't. Some people got ignored and some people got responses similar to this.
Listen, just one. No, I actually ended up paying like $5 something. I can show you the receipt because we are at $16.33.
And the nightly rate here was $8.29 plus tax.
And we did six. It's like 6 inches. It was like 3.3 per person, like a little three. I should have to pay $25 a person for us to have this space.
Okay, and
that you're using right now.
Okay, then what about all like the other events that supposed to have been covered and all the events of paying for the pictures? I feel like
The pictures was $13. I'll give you your $13.
no.
It was $8 for adults and $5 for children.
So I had 2 adults, 1 child,
Okay,
and then plus the
everything.
card fee. And then I feel like,
I'll give you the $26 for the pictures.
and then I feel like this.
No one else has asked for this except for you. Just
Oh no.
not me personally.
Oh, it's on the Facebook page.
Y'all are such ungrateful. Like,
I'm not.
no, seriously, because
We're not being
you
ungrateful.
got a
Listen,
room that you see it as 100%.
you keep and so you keep thinking the wrong, but you understand like people still work for their money and like they were promised certain things and they didn't get it. I need you to see that. I need you to see that's not just me, it's just other people, and I'm trying to be really respectful and really kind, and you're just
Do you
being
see me trying? Do you know I've come $20,000 in pocket?
okay.
So you know that though, right? That I've come $20,000 out of pocket for the group.
I want you to
know that.
see.
I
want you to see what everyone is saying. I feel
Everyone.
like everybody's.
Give me some more names.
Okay, give me a second.
Insane. So she is calling some people ungrateful. She is not doing them a favor. They have parted ways with their money for this event, right? I can't like charge you, I'm not going to charge you $100 for this lip balm and then give you the lid. And when you complain that I've only given you lid, you are so ungrateful. Do you realize I'm $20,000 out? What the fuck has that got to do with the rest of my lip balm? The rest of what I paid for? What? This lady is not right in the head to think that this is acceptable. So she also mentioned that there was no DJ at this event because it was cancelled. Well, listen to this.
Perfect. I gotta go, guys. It is all you.
Yeah. Hey everyone. This is I can't believe how much this has blown up. Honestly, like what the hell? I don't know. I think y'all have hopefully maybe seen my side of the story, which is just that I was, signed up to do these gigs and then she completely ghosted me and then sent so many bullshit excuses time and time again. And it's still just, no answers. I don't know. Who is this other Orlando DJ? Who are all of these people that were like going to work with her? Because I haven't heard of anyone else.
So the DJ was actually never booked. Great, Rebecca. Great work, Rebecca. $20,000 worth of work. So this event, done. No, Rebecca's not responding to anyone. She claims she put 4,000 hours of work into this. Absolutely not. We've seen how terrible and scammy this event has been. What's happening now? What's going on right now? So this brings us back to our original poster, JS, right? When she had been talking about her experience on Facebook and other people who went to the event started chiming in, she realized just how terrible this whole situation was. That's when she made her first video. So the whole event, the whole thing has really blown up on social media. So absolutely go and check her out because I'll leave it below because there's a lot more information. So talking about refunds, action, all that kind of stuff, on this live stream of people who got together, who went to the event, they actually discuss about taking legal action against Rebecca for this whole festival.
Prime for a lawsuit. Are any of you planning on doing so? I understand it's like $500. I just Googled it. It's $500 in Louisiana to file for a lawsuit. But I feel like we could get that all together so that you guys can get your money back because she doesn't deserve to have this.
Are you speaking about the money for the suites, like that money, or like the money for the ticket events?
The ticket events. I'm sorry about that.
I think that everyone, should get together and do that. I purchased about $700. I added it up for events, but because I was a moderator, we did get like a code that we could kind of check out and like not, pay for some events. So I did not pay for the pool party. So like I was at the pool party, it was horrible, but like I didn't really pay for that.
Okay, so that was a long one. Here are my final thoughts in this situation, right? The whole thing is a big scam and everyone should sue her. Not only was the attitude extremely bad, like she was doing this, almost realizing that it was terrible, but the way she spoke to her customers is inexcusable. Rebecca, you are unable to create something good. Full stop. Right? You are unable to create an experience, an event. You could hardly decorate. You're cheaping out on stuff. You're rude as fuck for no reason. Awful. awful, awful, awful. I hope you get sued. We know her name, we know where she is on Facebook, but let's leave it. Let's leave it to everyone else who was at this event to have their say and to sort it out amongst themselves. Maybe I'll keep you updated if anything happens. Please be careful if you ever see an event like this. I mean, I was going to say, unless it's organised by an event group, which this wasn't, just be really, really careful, right? Just look into it a little bit further, a little bit deeper. Look into the person who is booking it. Rebecca here, just a little fun tip. She was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and a few other shows. It's almost like she's trying to be famous. Because everyone who goes on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire gets famous, Rebecca. What do you think of this situation? Are you a Taylor Swift fan? Would you have paid this amount for this experience? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.